Our next award is the Stanley Kubrick Award for Excellence in Film, and it is to be bestowed upon Jane Fonda. You'll be pleased to know that in addition to this award, BAFTA have contributed $44 to her prison canteen fund. Here to present it in his first public appearance, not conceived, approved, and ultimately orchestrated by Elton John, is Taron Egerton. Please welcome the stage.
Good evening. I would like to take a moment to honour BAFTA for the brilliant work they do supporting artists who are beginning their careers in this industry. For example, it meant a great deal to me to be named a BAFTA Rising Star nominee a few years ago. And here tonight, we are delighted to have several emerging filmmakers, each of whom have received BAFTA support to pursue their career film. This is going very well already. Thank you very much. Received BAFTA support to pursue their film education and develop their careers. Among our honoured guests are Asher Jelinski, who won the 2019 BAFTA Student Film Award for live action for their film Miller and Son. Sebastian Johnson Deal, whose film The Appointment in South Central is being developed by the BAFTA Los Angeles Filmmaking Collective. Drama Del Rosario and Lola Blanche Higgins, who both received BAFTA commissioning grants earlier this year to support their short film projects. Rosalinda Larios, who obtained a summer internship on The Late Late Show with James Corden through the High Flyers programme. And Anna Japaridza, Adam Baruch, and Sanjeevi Krishnan, who recipients of the 2019 Pigott BAFTA scholarships. So I'm beginning to realise I need glasses. To continue making such an impact though I really do need glasses. To continue making such an impact, though, BAFTA needs your help. Absolutely ridiculous. One job. Perhaps... Unbelievable. Perhaps you can offer an internship or serve as a mentor, or you could always make a gift at BAFTA.org. Please consider how you might join BAFTA in championing talent, and on behalf of BAFTA and myself, thank you. Look at Norman at 97.29, I can't see. And now, in presenting the Stanley Kubrick Award... And now, in presenting the Stanley Kubrick Britannia Award for Excellence in Film, I'll begin with a quote from Mr. Kubrick himself. He said, "Everything has already been done. Every story has been told. Every scene has been shot. It's our job to do it one better." And I ask you, is there a finer example of someone who time after time, without fail, does it one better, elevating every role she plays, than Jane Fonda? From her portrayal of a conservative housewife in Coming Home, to a conflicted call girl in Clute, from a determined reporter in The China Syndrome to a distant daughter in On Golden Pond. You don't have to know Jane personally to realize how smart, intuitive, empathetic, and deeply thoughtful she is. You only have to look at the characters she plays and how she plays them. Throughout her career, Jane aligned her film work with issues important to her, yielding a creative counterpoint to her activism and, in turn, delivering the message in different ways. She has protested wars from Vietnam to Iraq, supported Native American causes, and championed feminist efforts. She co-founded the Women's Media Centre in 2005, which states its mission as working to raise the visibility, viability, and decision-making power of women and girls in media. Most recently, Jane has focused on pressing environmental concerns, which, as you know, is why Jane is not here with us tonight to accept this award. So while Jane is saving the world in Washington, Seattle, it's settle. It's settle. Hideous. Hideous. Settle into your luxuriously upholstered Beverly Hilton seats and enjoy this look at some of the work of Jane Fonda.
You don't think I'm going to start to bullshit you now, do you? Let's be frank. I just wanted to be a good girl.
You know, it's Jane Fonda. She's a legend.
She's constantly exploring.
She has not chosen easy paths.
I'm going to get off this merry-go-round. And she's ferociously committed to whatever she's doing.
She's a bad bitch.
She's pretty transparent in who she is.
She is a movie star. She comes from a movie star family. But what she is above all is she's a worker. She puts her head down and she works.
You want to tell me about that confrontation you had with Steele at the reception, Mr. Sears? What was that all about?
Who drops by? You call, you make a plan. You set it up weeks in advance, and then you cancel 3 times.
You know, acting is many things. It is a business, it is a craft.
Is that it?
But how can you also turn it into a service of other people?
I've learned life lessons from her. She was talking about self-worth, and Jane has worked so hard in her life to make that important, not only towards herself, but for others. What I loved most about 9 to 5 was her as a producer. For Jane to have foresight of women helping other women is great for all women.
Miss Parker didn't introduce us. I'm Catherine Ballou.
I haven't seen it for a long time, but I loved Cat Ballou. I loved the movie, I loved the character, you know, and in that era, playing that kind of female role was very rare. To have a sort of young woman leading the story and with such sort of pizzazz and wit.
Working men gotta be paid, don't they? There's gonna be a payroll coming through. I don't know, maybe $1,000, $2,000? And we can use Shalene's own plan for train robbery.
I'm sure there's absolutely no doubt that Jane is an incredible inspiration to younger generation.
That's the whole idea, fellas.
And therein lies the huge range of her work, to go from something as light as Cat Ballou to something serious and very moving like Clute. It's a very humbling thing to see.
I was trying to get away from a world that I had known because I don't think it was very good for me, and I found myself looking up its ass.
Her life and her work are interconnected, not in the most obvious way, but clearly in the choices that she has made professionally.
Life marches by, Chels. I suggest you get on with it.
She uses her work in front of the camera to be able to do the things that matter to her.
In her activism, in the way she's lived her life.
She reinvented herself through that.
And that builds into a truly amazing career.
Mac, did you hear me? I got the lead story.
What is it?
An accident at Ventana. Richard's got it all on film.
She got people engaged.
Whenever I'm around Jane, I always feel like I'm not doing enough. She's out there saving the world, and I spent my weekend watching 90 Day Fiancé.
Jane has been such a trailblazer in many ways, but there is that fun-loving side of Jane as well. She's a giggler, she's a gossip, and she's a great girlfriend.
So, where were you all afternoon?
Oh, I'm sorry I'm late.
Pilot, where have you been? We've missed all the excitement.
I knew it. Knew what? Mussed hair, fancy robe, vague aura of shame, night moves.
Right, all right.
I don't even think words have been invented to capture her essence and her soul, much less her career and accomplishments.
being open to the world is clearly a philosophy that she lives by. Congratulations, Jane, on receiving the Stanley Kubrick Britannia Award.
You are remarkable,
Love you.
intelligent, compelling.
Many congratulations, Jane.
You deserve this and so much more.
Jane, we are sending all our love and support to you, and BAFTA is delighted to be able to honor Jane Fonda with the Stanley Kubrick Britannia Award for Excellence in Film. Thank you.
I'm receiving the Stanley Kubrick Britannia Award for Excellence in Film. I'm so honored. I can't even believe it. I'm so grateful. It's thrilling. And I'm sorry I'm not there, but as you may have heard, I've been getting arrested. I decided that I needed to do more about climate change, and so I've moved to DC for 4 months and trying to heighten the sense of urgency that there needs to be.
Tell me what democracy sounds like!
This is what democracy sounds like!
This is a crisis, not just here, but all over the world.
Thank you, BAFTA!
And anyway, that's why I'm not with you tonight, but it's for a good cause, and my heart is with you, and I'm so grateful. Thank you very, very much.
BAFTA, thank you! Thank you for the Stanley Kubrick Britannia Award for Excellence in Films. Thank you. I'm sorry I'm not there. I'm very honored.
Yes. Kind of felt like that was for me. Then I realized it was not. Jane actually, she sent a personal note that she wanted me to read out. I have no idea to this day what those two Italian ladies were singing about. Truth is, I don't want to know. Some things are better left unsaid. I'd like to think they were singing about something so beautiful it can't be expressed in words, and it makes your heart ache because of it. I tell you, those voices soared higher and further than anybody in a gray place dares to dream. It was as if some beautiful bird had flapped into our drab little cage and made these walls dissolve away. And for the briefest of moments, every last man in Shawshank felt free. Thank you. So that's it for Jane.